Yeah, he's a gamer. Works super hard, never shaken by the moment. Like, he's just ready for his opportunity, and he takes full advantage of it.
I mean, the trust that I got from my teammates and the coaching staff has been amazing from day one. So,
ladies and gentlemen, this right here is Ajay Mitchell. And trust me, he's much better than most people even realize.
To the fence, in front from Smart. He'll put up the J, hit it, got it, fouled.
I want you to think about something. Imagine you have a guy who can space the floor with his shooting, be a secondary or a primary ball handler, understands how to play make at a high level, and you get all of this for just under $9 million on a 3-year contract. Yeah, ridiculous, right? If you ask me, it honestly seems like OKC can't lose. And then when you add in that the 76ers gave OKC Jared McCain for pretty much nothing, things start to seem a little wild. Now when shifting back over to Mitchell, in the playoffs, he's currently averaging 18 points and 5 assists, while shooting 47% from the field and 36% from 3. Every time AJ steps on the floor, you can see the poise and maturity he plays with, as when he comes off this handoff into the screen action, Mitchell doesn't rush to attack Aiden baseline, nor does he turn back up the sideline and reset the entire play. He instead stays patient to allow Ihart to roll into this space uncovered, which leads to an easy floater for Hartenstein to knock down. To show this controlled pace when it comes to his scoring, it won't always be something flashy. It can be as simple as slowing it down for a brief moment when on that fast break, to then immediately switch the pace to blow by your defender to grab 2 inside. It's things like that are what coaches love. And what I'm referring to is just a guy who makes the right play. Like when your teammate gets buried in the corner and everyone is ball watching, like literally everyone has their eyes on McCain. So in this play, Mitchell is out of the shot at the moment, but Jalen Green is his defender. When looking at Green, you can see that he's watching the ball. So this is the perfect time for AJ to face cut towards the basket to gain the advantage. And not only does this give himself a clean bucket, but it also relieves McCain of all that pressure in the corner as well. To build on this further, you'll see Mitchell just continue to make plays for the betterment of the team. On this fast break, he could very well attack the baseline side to get past Reeves to the rim. Or hey, he could even put up a 3. But knowing that Reeves is gonna have to close out to him since no other Laker player is around, he makes the instant decision to send it back to McCain, who then drops it in from deep range. I know, it's so simple and not that exciting, but that's what winning basketball is at times. It's the simple moves, simple decisions, and simple actions that can yield you the greatest results as long as you're playing smart. Like when coming off this pick and roll, Mitchell could send it to Dort in the corner since D-Book is helping out heavily. And if you look towards the right side of your screen a little more, Brooks is on the weak side help so he can take away Hartenstein on the roll. Now routinely, we would see guys like Luka Doncic make this skip pass all the way across the court, but with Mitchell standing at around 6'4", he's not necessarily going to be the best at making those types of passes over bigger defenders. But what he can do is be patient while attacking to allow the big to commit to him fully, and now with Ihart having no coverage, AJ can lob this up with no issue. Already having a scoring punch like Shea is enough to destroy defenses, and to make things worse when he's not mixing you up, there's another guy who just waits for the perfect time to initiate his moves, and once again you're giving up more points. Players like this give you a lot of flexibility as defenders have to respect his scoring, which then opens up the floor for everyone else on the court. But hold on 1 second. That right there poses a question. Why do defenders have to respect his scoring? Well, to answer that, he can practically get to where he wants whenever he needs to. Let's say you try to press up on him, he'll make one quick move to get started downhill, and if you look at Mitchell closely, he gets low and angles the drop slightly in the way the defenders pursue, so now the only way to contest is from behind, and AJ can extend out far to get this out quickly to then get the goaltend. Quick moves like that can lead defenders in a position like we see Reeves here, where he's gonna have to turn his hips to recover on Mitchell's attack, but by this point, AJ already has that low positioning, which always wins when it comes to contact, and that's why we see him go right through Reeves like it's nothing. All series long, AJ will put the work on Reeves, and you can see on this play he stays low on his drive the entire time, so when going up, he's able to stay controlled, and it's not till he's coming back down where he loses the balance. This low positioning not only shows up when driving to the rim, as when attacking Reeves this time, it's the low point right here that allows him to stay centered and absorb the slight contact from Reeves without getting knocked off his track, and then this pull up, well, shots like this are just tough.
Mitchell again driving and scoring. Ajay Mitchell can't be stopped.
Now I get it, it may seem like I'm picking on Reeves, but I'm simply just showing you that when you slow things down and you see the little things that happen, it can tell a lot. And in these examples, it shows you how Mitchell uses his low positioning to either take contact or dish it out himself to then get a bucket. This is a staple in his game as a smaller guard, and what's just as important is being crafty with the ball. Like sure, you might be able to make that quick move that I discussed earlier, and then you can even use that low point to shed the contact as well, but not every time will that just grant you an easy look. So that's when you have to dig in your bag to then make the defense get on a trampoline, and with that Sunday night salsa class starting to pay off, you now have a floater at the front of the rim. In today's game, everyone can score the ball, but what separates scorers is who can get crafty when it comes to getting to their spots, and then also, at the press of a button, they can simplify things to make it look effortless. For example, he can get saucy with that handle before he steps back to knock it down.
Again, jab stepping, and this is over 8. My goodness, what a start to the second half for Ajay Mitchell.
And then when he knows exactly where he wants to go, he doesn't have to do much at all to get there, and he can then rise up with confidence. The reason these are key skills is because it shows that you can be a fluid player. On one hand, you can use Mitchell to run the offense and allow him to create for himself and others, but then with his ability to play off ball so well and not use up whole possessions to score, he's the perfect piece to throw in with any lineup. To add more fuel to the fire, he may not be known as some crazy 3-point shooter or anything like that, but in these playoffs so far, he's been a dependable floor spacer for OKC when the ball is swung his way. And I mean, hey, if that shot clock is coming down and there's nowhere to go, well, Mitchell can answer that call.
1 on the clock. Got it just before the gun.
Every time the playoffs come around, everyone gets to see a guy perform who they maybe didn't get to see in the regular season that much, and I think Ajay Mitchell is one of these guys. I've seen his skill set brewing down there in Oklahoma City, and it was only a matter of time until more eyes caught on. I don't know, it's kind of like we've seen something like this similar in Dallas years ago. But hey, who knows? Do you all think OKC will advance past the next round to make a push for another ring? And who do you think will be the biggest X factor for this team?